call Mom Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Janice Combs has always been seen as more than just Diddy's mother. She's been a symbol of strength and resilience. But as her son faces mounting legal issues, shocking secrets from Janice's past are starting to surface. Behind her tough exterior, a complicated history threatens to unravel. What hidden truths have been buried for years, and how are they connected to Diddy's current battles? Let's dive deep into Janice's dark past, revealing the untold stories that have shaped her life and how they may now be influencing her son's tumultuous journey. The truth is more shocking than you could imagine. Don't miss out on uncovering the layers of this family's hidden history. Janice Combs was born in December 1940 and has lived a life marked by both joy and hardship. One of her happiest moments was marrying Melvin Combs. Together, they had 2 children, Kesha and Sean, who would later rise to fame as the iconic music mogul Diddy. Yet this happiness was overshadowed by a tragedy that would redefine her life. When Diddy was just 3, she lost her husband, leaving Janice to raise her children alone, balancing the heavy weight of grief with the need to move forward. The loss of Melvin wasn't just a heartbreak. It was the beginning of Janice's journey to becoming the sole anchor of her family, thrusting her into the challenging role of a single mother. With her husband gone, Janice faced overwhelming emotional and financial burdens. She was left to provide for her children in any way she could, and her early years as a mother were shaped by the struggle to keep her family afloat. Despite her sorrow, Janice was determined to create a stable home for her kids. She took on 3 jobs to make ends meet, working tirelessly every day. She served as a daycare teacher, caring for other children with the same dedication she gave her own, while also driving a school bus to ensure kids made it safely to and from school. On top of that, she worked as an aide for children with special needs, taking on each job with care and commitment. Each day became a relentless series of responsibilities, yet Janice never wavered. She was resolved to give Kesha and Diddy the best life she could despite the obstacles. Raising children, especially in a place like Harlem during that time, came with its own unique set of challenges, but Janice's strength and sacrifice were the foundation upon which her family was built. Harlem was a place full of life and energy, but it also came with its share of challenges for the Diddy family. When Diddy was 12, he moved with his family to Mount Vernon, New York, where Janice hoped to provide him with a different kind of childhood. She wanted to shield him from some of the hardships they had faced in Harlem and offer him a better environment to grow up in. The move symbolized Janice's determination to create new opportunities for her children. However, Harlem remained a constant presence in their lives, as they frequently visited Diddy's grandmother, who still lived there. Diddy would later reflect on the lessons he learned from his mother and grandmother. The example they set for him shaped his work ethic and ambition in ways he would never forget. He often spoke about the stark differences between Harlem and Mount Vernon. Harlem, full of energy but lacking basic amenities like a front yard or organized sports leagues, and Mount Vernon, with its suburban calm, trees, grass, and Little League baseball. This change in scenery opened his eyes to new possibilities and gave him a foundation to dream bigger. Throughout it all, Janice remained the guiding force in his life, ensuring that her son wouldn't be held back by their circumstances. Despite the heavy burden of her responsibilities, she made sure Diddy understood the value of hard work. Both she and his grandmother worked multiple jobs, and Diddy followed their example by starting a paper route when he was young. Witnessing his mother balance so many roles instilled in him a sense of responsibility and determination that would define him throughout his life. Janice's relentless perseverance had a profound impact on Diddy's ambition. As he got older, he enrolled at Howard University, a prestigious, historically black college. For Janice, this was a moment of pride, a testament to the sacrifices she had made to provide her son with opportunities. But when Diddy decided to drop out of college to pursue his dream in music, Janice was understandably disappointed. She had worked so hard to give him a traditional path to success, and accepting his decision to leave school was difficult. Still, her love and support for him never wavered. Though she had doubts, Janice trusted her son's instincts. In the end, Diddy's bold decision proved to be the right one, and his career skyrocketed. He became a powerhouse in the music industry, and his mother's sacrifices were honored. As Diddy's success grew, he made sure to show his gratitude. He honored Janice in countless ways, including managing his restaurant and naming his music publishing company and management firm after her. These gestures were a clear sign of how much she meant to him and how deeply he appreciated all she had done for him. As Diddy's success grew, Janice too became a beloved public figure. She frequently accompanied him to major events, where her vibrant personality and striking sense of style caught the public's attention. Janice even ventured into television, appearing on shows like America's Next Top Model and True Hollywood Story. Her bold sense of fashion and infectious personality made her stand out, and it was clear that she had a zest for life that captured the attention of everyone around her. Janice's unique style, a trait she shared with her late husband, made her a favorite among the media. Despite her public persona, Janice carried a deep, unspoken pain, one that she rarely shared with anyone. For many years, she had told Diddy that his father died in a car accident, hoping to shield him from the harsh realities of Melvin Coles's life. But as Diddy grew older, he began to seek out the truth on his own. What he uncovered was far more devastating. His father had been murdered after a drug deal went horribly wrong. Janice's decision to keep the truth from Diddy wasn't just about sparing him the heartbreak of his father's tragic fate. It was also about protecting him from the dangerous world Melvin had been a part of, a world that could have easily swallowed him up. Janice knew all too well the risks of that life, and she was determined that her son wouldn't follow in those footsteps. Although the truth was painful, it was a reality she had to live with, raising her children in an environment that was as full of love as it was fraught with danger. On September 16, 2024, Diddy found himself at the center of a major legal battle when he was arrested in Manhattan following an indictment by a grand jury. The case, which sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, exposed a darker side of Diddy's life that had long been hidden from the public. The indictment brought forward serious charges of racketeering and other criminal activities. According to federal prosecutors, Diddy, along with his associates, was accused of exploiting vulnerable individuals through illegal and coercive means. The allegations painted a disturbing picture of how Diddy and his associates allegedly manipulated and intimidated women to fulfill his personal desires, sometimes recording these interactions and referring to them as freakouts. The indictment revealed a network of fear and intimidation where victims were forced into compromising situations. In response, Diddy's legal team vehemently denied the charges. His attorney issued a strong statement, expressing disappointment in the U.S. Attorney's Office for pursuing what they considered to be an unjust prosecution. Diddy's arrest came after years of escalating legal issues and mounting accusations, with this indictment marking the latest and possibly most significant chapter in a long history of legal challenges. This indictment was the latest, and possibly the most significant, chapter in a series of legal challenges that had plagued the rapper and mogul throughout his career. While many previous cases had been settled or dismissed, the stakes this time were considerably higher. The seriousness of the charges and the federal nature of the investigation indicated that Diddy was now facing a much more severe situation than ever before. To truly grasp the weight of this indictment, it's important to look at the broader picture of Diddy's legal history. Though his career had been remarkably successful, it was also marked by a string of controversies and accusations, ranging from weapon violations to serious claims of sexual misconduct. One of the earliest and most high-profile incidents occurred in 1999, when Diddy, then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, and rapper Shine were involved in a shooting at Club New York in Times Square, Manhattan. The gunfire led to a police investigation and Diddy's arrest, with multiple weapons-related charges. However, he was eventually found not guilty. This legal victory set a precedent for Diddy, as it showed he could overcome serious accusations in the public eye. But the years that followed would bring more disturbing allegations. In 2023, Cassie Ventura, a former artist signed to Diddy's label, filed a lawsuit accusing him of rape and abuse during their decade-long relationship. The lawsuit's details were shocking, with Cassie claiming that Diddy had controlled, manipulated, and subjected her to violence throughout their time together. As the lawsuit made headlines, it was settled just one day after it was filed, with Diddy agreeing to an undisclosed settlement. Although the settlement didn't include an admission of guilt, the allegations left a lasting stain on Diddy's public image. Around the same time, another lawsuit emerged, this one from Joy Dickerson-Neal. She accused Diddy of drugging and sexually assaulting her back in 1991 when she was a college student. The legal battles were beginning to pile up, with these high-profile cases casting an even darker shadow over Diddy's career. Neal's lawsuit alleged not only assault, but also that Diddy had recorded the act and shared the footage with others. Much like Ventura's case, this lawsuit contributed to the growing public perception that Diddy's personal life was steeped in dark and troubling behavior. While Diddy's legal team repeatedly denied the accusations, the increasing number of cases began to form an undeniable pattern that could no longer be overlooked. In 2024, more lawsuits emerged, each adding fuel to the fire. One of the most significant cases involved Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a producer who accused Diddy of coercing him into participating in non-consensual sexual activities with women that Diddy allegedly arranged. Jones claimed that Diddy regularly hosted lavish, drug-fueled parties filled with illegal activities, including the presence of women. The allegations took a dramatic turn when it was claimed that some of these events were attended by high-profile individuals, even members of the British royal family. Though no wrongdoing was directly linked to them, these sensational accusations captured the media's attention, adding more complexity to Diddy's legal struggles. At the same time, former adult actress Adria English filed her own lawsuit, accusing Diddy of pressuring her into sex work during his infamous Labor Day white parties. These events, which had long been associated with Diddy's lavish lifestyle, now took on a darker, more sinister undertone. As the lawsuits continued to pile up, the allegations painted a disturbing picture of Diddy's private life. Diddy's arrest in September 2024 marked a pivotal moment, coming after years of these accusations slowly gaining traction. The charges of racketeering and sex trafficking indicated that prosecutors believed there was enough evidence to link Diddy to a broader, more organized criminal operation. These charges weren't isolated. They were part of a larger, ongoing pattern of abuse that allegedly spanned decades. Diddy's legal troubles have followed a troubling trajectory, marked by a shift from early offenses to more serious and personal allegations. Initially, his run-ins with the law were centered around weapons charges and public incidents, such as the 1999 shooting at Club New York. However, as time passed, the nature of the accusations grew increasingly disturbing, moving from public confrontations to claims of abuse, manipulation, and exploitation. These mounting lawsuits painted a picture of a man whose polished public image of success and glamour masked a much darker reality. In 2024, Diddy's arrest drew renewed attention to ongoing investigations, amplifying the concerns about his activities. Earlier that year, federal agents from the Department of Homeland Security raided multiple properties connected to him in Los Angeles, New York, and Miami. Armed with a search warrant from the Southern District of New York, they seized electronic devices and other materials, though the specifics of the investigation remained undisclosed. The raids highlighted the increasing scrutiny surrounding Diddy, suggesting that authorities were intensifying their focus on his operations. Despite the gravity of the situation, Diddy's legal team remained resolute. They maintained his innocence, dismissing the indictment as a misguided attempt to take down a powerful public figure. A constant source of strength for Diddy throughout these challenges has been his mother, Janice Coles. Her impact on his life, both personally and professionally, has been profound. She stood by him during some of his most difficult times, offering a level of support that only a mother could provide. One of the most notable examples of her influence came during Diddy's highly publicized trial in 2001, when he faced charges of weapons possession and bribery. While his girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, was not always present, Janice made it a point to be there. She attended nearly every session, often bringing homemade meals like chicken sandwiches and fruit juice to ensure her son was taken care of during the trial. Even in the face of such serious charges, Janice remained unshaken. When the media questioned her about the trial, she expressed no concern, firmly believing that her son would be exonerated. Her unwavering faith in Diddy wasn't just a mother's instinct. It reflected a deep trust in his character. Over the 3 months of the trial, Diddy frequently spoke about how much his mother's support meant to him. In interviews, he acknowledged that her daily presence gave him the strength to face the trial, especially when the outcome seemed uncertain. Having Janice there provided him with a sense of stability, something he could lean on during a tumultuous time. Janice's role in Diddy's life went far beyond being a comforting presence during his struggles. She was a constant source of support and guidance. As a mother, she not only cared for Diddy, but also extended her nurturing love to her grandchildren, always stepping in to help raise them when needed. Her devotion to her family was unwavering, and she showed the same care and attention to her grandchildren as she had to Diddy. One example of her nurturing spirit was when her grandson, Justin, needed stitches after a football game in her backyard. Just like with Diddy, Janice was there, ready to provide the care and comfort he needed. Her influence on Diddy wasn't limited to family matters, though. Her unwavering belief in him played a crucial role in his personal and professional confidence. From the beginning, she supported him as he transitioned from a young entrepreneur to a global music icon. Her encouragement wasn't just emotional. It validated his decisions and fueled his ambition to challenge the limits of the entertainment industry. However, Janice's role came under scrutiny as Diddy's life became entangled in legal battles and allegations. As Diddy faced various controversies, many began to question the extent of influence his family had on his actions. Critics, including Veda W., the mother of the late Notorious B.I.G., expressed concerns about the impact of Janice's support. Veda, after viewing a troubling video of Diddy involved in a physical altercation with Cassie, openly criticized him, saying she felt ashamed of his behavior. She even suggested that Diddy needed a motherly slap and should apologize, not only to Cassie but also to Janice. This brings up an important question. How has Janice navigated the darker sides of Diddy's fame? While she has undeniably been a pillar of strength, supporting him through both the highs and lows of his career, it's unclear how she has managed the negative aspects of his life. Has her support inadvertently shielded him from facing the full consequences of his actions, allowing him to continue down a destructive path? Or, like any mother, has she simply stood by him out of love, hoping that he would find his way back to the right path? Regardless of the criticism, one thing is clear: Janice's influence on Diddy is undeniable. Throughout his career, she has provided unwavering support, offering comfort and stability in both moments of success and crisis. Her role in his life has been consistent, offering the kind of emotional backing that only a mother can give. While some may argue that she should have held him more accountable for his actions, it is clear that her presence has been a defining force. The relationship between Janice and Diddy is complex. Like many mothers, Janice has likely struggled to balance her deep love for her son with the harsh realities of his behavior. She has faced the challenge of walking the fine line between offering unconditional support and possibly enabling him. As Diddy's legal troubles continue to unfold, her involvement in his story will undoubtedly come under more scrutiny. However, it's clear that her influence, whether positive or negative, has played a significant role in shaping Diddy into the man he is today. Will Janice continue to stand by her son as new challenges arise? It's impossible to say. What remains certain, though, is that her impact on his life, both personally and professionally, will continue to be a defining aspect of his story. In 2024, Janice's own life took a sharp turn when she found herself in the midst of growing public scrutiny due to Diddy's ongoing legal issues. This situation has caused her an immense amount of stress, culminating in a health scare in July when she was rushed to the hospital after experiencing chest pain, leaving those close to her, including Diddy, deeply concerned. Though doctors have yet to identify a clear cause for her condition, stress has been considered a likely factor, especially considering her age and her earlier brain surgery that year. Despite the uncertainty surrounding her health, Janice was reported to be stable. This medical emergency only added to the pressures she was already facing as she remained by Diddy's side during his turbulent times. Even in these trying moments, Janice's resilience remained evident. She continued to provide him with emotional support, despite the toll it was taking on her own well-being. Amid the ongoing investigations and lawsuits surrounding Diddy, Janice's loyalty to her son has not wavered. Her stress seemed to increase as news of Diddy's federal investigation and legal battles spread, yet she never faltered in her support. Diddy, in turn, has been spending more time with his family, including Janice, particularly after the federal raids on his properties. While Janice had previously lived independently in Miami, close to Diddy but not in his home, the challenging circumstances have brought them even closer together. Diddy, retreating from the public eye, has turned his focus to his family during this challenging time, particularly showing deep concern for his mother. Despite the strain, a family member revealed that Janice has remained in relatively good health. However, seeing her son confronted with serious allegations, such as a viral video showing him involved in a confrontation with his ex-girlfriend Cassie, has been incredibly painful for her. Diddy, acknowledging his wrongdoings, shared a heartfelt video on Instagram in which he expressed remorse for his actions, admitted to hitting rock bottom, and began his journey toward personal growth and rehabilitation. Following the release of this emotional apology video, which seemed to mark a moment of self-reflection, it was quickly removed from his social media accounts, sparking further controversy. While the video offered a chance for closure, it was soon overshadowed by new allegations, pulling Diddy deeper into a complex legal situation. By September 2024, Diddy was arrested and held without bond at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, with his legal team working to negotiate his release. They proposed an elaborate $50 million bail package, which included the sale of properties owned by both Diddy and his mother, Janice, in Miami. In a powerful act of support, Janice co-signed the necessary papers, reflecting her unwavering commitment to her son in the face of his escalating legal battle. The proposed bail included stringent travel restrictions for Diddy, allowing movement only for court appearances and medical appointments within certain districts. Furthermore, as part of the deal, Diddy and his immediate family members, including Janice and his daughters, would be required to surrender their passports. The package also included the sale of Diddy's private jet, all meant to assure the court that he would abide by the legal constraints set for his release. Despite the considerable sacrifices, including Janice's involvement, the judge ultimately denied the bail request. Concerns over Diddy's potential to influence or intimidate witnesses played a significant role in the ruling. With such risks deemed too great, the judge's decision underscored the seriousness of the charges he faced, and the reality of Diddy's situation set in further. For Janice, Watching her son remain incarcerated as the legal process unfolded was a painful and unsettling reality. Janice's life has transformed dramatically since the days when she stood proudly by her son, the global icon. Once celebrated as the mother of one of the most influential figures in the music industry, her world is now consumed by legal battles, intense public scrutiny, and the emotional toll of her son's troubles. On top of this, Janice has had to face her own personal health challenges. A health scare in July 2024, where she was rushed to the hospital, raised concerns about the physical and emotional toll the situation has had on her. Her own health, combined with the unrelenting pressure of supporting Diddy, has made this a particularly difficult period in her life. As Diddy's legal battles continue to unfold, Janice Combs remains a steadfast figure in his life, despite the personal cost. Her unwavering support for her son, even in the face of mounting scrutiny and hardship, speaks volumes about the depth of her loyalty. Yet the emotional toll and the weight of the ongoing allegations have undeniably reshaped her reality, leaving behind the glitz and glamour that once defined her life. Janice's journey now highlights the complex and often painful role she plays in the midst of Diddy's stormy legal struggles. But do you think that's all she's done to support her son, or is there something more hidden beneath the surface? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates. Stay tuned for the next video in our series on Diddy's family and their untold stories.